there, everybody. Welcome back to another segment of Would You Rather. And today is quite a doozy.
Not quite as a doozy as Leviathan versus Behemoth, in my opinion, but just more down a rabbit hole.
I was going to say, I truly believe that one day we will have a podcast called Down the Rabbit Hole, because in doing research for today's Would You Rather, we went down multiple rabbit holes.
Like, we're talking like, what were the languages? Anyways.
Well, we need to share all of our research with all of our followers so that they can be enlightened just like we are most of the time.
All right, so for the first one comes from Genesis chapter 2, verses 19 and 20, which says, "Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the beasts of the field and all the birds of the air. He brought them to man to see what he would name them, and whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds of the air, and the beasts of the field."
Okay, another rabbit hole that I'm thinking of, but whatever. So you had that one. I have Genesis chapter 6, starting with verse 13. "So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourselves an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Make a roof for it and finish the ark to within 18 inches of the top. Put a door in on the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks." That totally reminded me of 100% Chance of Rain, the musical. Go for wood, go for wood. Okay, so it is time for today's Would You Rather. All right.
So would you rather name the animals or
Build the ark.
which one would you rather do?
And it's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not. So my original thought was I would rather name the animals, okay? Because, keep in mind, only Adam exists at this point. Like, God hasn't even created Eve yet. So only Adam exists.
Okay.
He gets to name them.
Yep.
There's nobody else around, so nobody's going to laugh at him.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna make fun of what name he calls when he says, like, this is a goobly gook. Everybody's like, that's awesome, it's a goobly gook. Like, that's all they know. But on the flip side, when poor Noah is building the ark, people are laughing at him, people are mocking him, because there's a lot of people around at this time and they are all evil.
Exactly. Well, and not to mention, like, the evil part of things. So when Adam named all the animals, there was no sin in the world yet, so it was perfect. So it's almost as if, not almost as if, just Adam knew what to call them because it was perfect. This was how it was meant to be. He didn't have to struggle with it. He just had to name the animal. But this is where we got down the rabbit hole, was because
How did he know words?
How did he know words? English was clearly not the first language, so giraffe was not giraffe.
Right.
In the Bible, it also says he just named the kinds of animals. So he probably just all said, these are dogs, these are cats, these are horses. He didn't come out and say, hey, here's a zebra.
But, like, how would he know what a horse was? How would he know? You know what I mean?
Okay,
like, these are all the questions.
But that's before sin.
True.
He just knew that.
True.
But then, obviously, Tower of Babel, when God confused all the languages, did the language of the animals just carry over? Like what Adam named them in the beginning? Was Adam's work totally lost at some point?
So this is also, when we were going down the rabbit hole, part of why I'm still sticking with I want to name the animals, because Adam's language, we don't know what Adam's language was. With the whole confusing of the languages at the Tower of Babel, it's possible that Adam's language didn't even continue, and that the names that we know the animals today are not what he actually named them.
Right.
So I'm still sticking with naming the animals because my slate is clean. Nobody even knows what I named them. I'm off the hook for any weird sounding names that people think I'm really dumb for.
So my defense for building the ark, which unfortunately,
is that what you're actually going to pick?
No, I'm just giving our fellow viewers more information so that they can make a sound judgment.
Okay.
So it got us thinking, because they don't teach like simple Bible 101, right, when you're going to school. And I hate to even admit that I didn't know this until about 6 months ago when the ladies group had their
salad supper
and they had entertainment here that put on the play Noah. But I mean, here you are, Noah, getting instructions from God because you're the only faithful family. He's going to destroy everything, right? Well, guess what? These people didn't even know rain. It did not rain until God destroyed the earth. So imagine you're just living in this biodome, this bubble, this perfect utopia of just everything. I mean, it didn't need to rain down. It was just moist.
Kind of
I mean, it was
perfect
just
climate control.
Yeah,
like God had that
control.
handled.
Yeah,
no,
that
you didn't
part
have
was
to worry
okay.
about it.
So one, it's another big step of trust because you don't know what rain is. When he says that he's going to destroy both of them, I mean, you're told to build a boat.
And they don't even know what a boat is.
You don't even know what a boat is because you don't need it because it's not going to rain, so you're not going to have to protect yourself. Now, they knew what water was because obviously in creation, God tells us that he separated the land and the water and the sky. But yeah, I mean, this is totally a faith, totally a God thing because one, they're living in this perfect biodome, this atmosphere that supports the water and everything else from up underground, not down from the sky. And then you're told to build this big boat while everybody else is laughing at you.
And just evil. They're evil people. They were horrible people.
So while I think that like naming the animals would be fun, I'm going to have to go with the boat only because the world was still perfect in Adam's time when he was naming the animals. Like you just knew, right? You just knew it. It just came to you. Like if you were given now this group of animals to name, now I would have so much fun naming them, knowing that I named those animals. But this building I'm gonna have to go with building the ark.
I feel like this is such like a personality test because this is perfectly sums up yours and my personality. I'm going to avoid conflict and trauma and pick the world that is perfect still, and nobody's gonna make fun of me for doing this. And you are more bold and facing critics.
But what's the worst that they can do to me?
See,
like,
and I'm like, nope, I want the perfect world. So
God is saying to
personality
you,
test.
Big thing, I can go for it. Sure. I mean, yeah, we're gonna destroy the world. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Personality test now for our viewers.
Which one would you rather?
Which would you rather?
Would
Name
you
the animals
or build the ark? All right, let us know, and we'll see you next time on Would You Rather.